Good morning. Happy hump day. I'm on a different shoal today, and it's a little windier, so I was going to drift my way down in. I started in about 25 feet. I'm in 15 right now, and that was my second fish in a row, 2 casts in a row. The first one, about the same size, came off right at the surface. I made it so because I had just said, well, I'll make one more cast with the blade. So I hadn't done anything in that stretch. Saw some fish, and I normally don't throw the blade in the rocks in this shallow because I tend to get them hung up. So I made another cast, and boom, he cracked it. So all of a sudden here, maybe I found a little school of them down in here. So I hit spot lock, stop the boat right where I am, and I'm gonna fan cast this a little bit and see what I find. So stay tuned. Happy hump day, by the way. A little breezy out here this morning, much more than I thought. And I got a late start. It's after 7. I've only been out here about 15 minutes. I couldn't get out of bed this morning. my alarm went off at 4:30, and I reset it for 5:30. It went off again, and I hit snooze, or I turned it off. And next thing you know, it was 6:30. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? You know, you wake up in that panic. Oh yeah, I do. I wake up in a panic. I'm like, oh my God, I'm late for something. You know, I was late to go fishing. So I'm going to get back to it. Stay tuned. What says summertime more than bass and walleyes? What a beauty. Love it. I love fishing. Fishing loves me. You guys didn't know I was a singer, did you? Same program as yesterday. I sat here on spot. I'm still on spot lock. Couldn't get the blade to work right in the cross current the way I was sitting, and I threw the shiver minnow around for a few minutes. Picked this up, second cast crack. So dance with the girl you brought, right? Isn't it amazing how good you feel when they're biting? It really does the whole body good. The mind, the heart, the soul. Like, it's almost a gift that the Creator is giving us and saying, you're on today. Like, you're in tune today. And I feel in tune today. That's walleye number 3. I had another smallmouth jump me off out there. They keep eating my power bait right off. I just switched colors. I'll show you real quick. So this is my bag of craw trailer, and that is the Power Bait Max Scent Lil, that's its rapper name, Lil Super Trooper. Have been fishing that Rage Ned craw as well, not on a Ned, but on a football head. A lot of goodies in here. This particular head happens to be a Kitech tungsten 3/8 ounce football head right at the moment. I do have a box full of B-Hammer tackle hammerheads, the big wide football head, which I like tremendously. But I love coming into these spots and it's like I'm using this football head to tell me exactly what's out there. Oh, there's a weed stalk there. Oh, there's a good little pile of rocks right there. And you feel it tick, tick, tick. And now that fish right there was almost under my motor. I'm on spot lock, so I'm bringing it up along the side of the boat. And I feel it. And at first it felt kind of perchy, or sunfishy, like that. And then it thunked. Then he must have been, I don't know, doing this with it. And then he just said, well, screw it, I'm going to eat it. And I set the hook, and there was only 2 rod lengths of line out. He was right there. I don't get tired of this kind of fishing. I like to jig. I like to do anything. I like to troll. I like to drift. These last couple summers, finding these rocks that they're using, and of course the smallmouth and the walleyes are both using them equally, and I love them both equally. And boy, this is just one way to pick it apart and really see what's there. And it's a pure feeding instinct. They're seeing that crayfish scurrying along the bottom, and they're like, oh, no, you don't. And they grab it. So I'm going to get back to it. I'll see you guys in a minute. Ka-dong! One more! Nom, nom, nom. Rack! So I went up, I made another drift. I've only got a few minutes left. I went up and made another drift. I didn't do anything with the blade coming down in. It kept fouling on me. So I quick hit spot lock. I'm in 13 foot of water now, but I'm on a little steeper grade. And the ass end of the boat's facing in. And like that fish right there, I was about a quarter of the way back, dragging, and the tip just got heavy. It started doing one of these. And I went 2 more reels, loaded the rod right up, and just lifted straight up on this 7.6 rod. This is the JTX Mag Medium Light. I've been talking about it now for a week. I've put it through its paces. It's caught a lot of fish. And it's... the JT rod line isn't necessarily technique specific. Again, I know the tournament guys all last year were using this as a live bait presentation rig on a jig head, whether it be leeches, minnows, whatever. And they were really using it in finesse situations. This is about as nice and all-around action. If you're like me, and if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, I fish the lightest tackle I can fish all the time. That's my mindset. It's what I get the most enjoyment out of. If you've watched me chuck around that 7-foot ultralight panhandler with a swim bait on it, there's nothing more fun than seeing that ultralight just literally doubled in half with a walleye or a smallmouth on it. I'm not a meat fisherman. I rarely keep fish. That's just me. That's just personal preference. And it's not that I don't like to eat them. I do. I just don't. Most of the times when I'm done fishing, I got to get to work. So I don't have time to clean fish while they're fresh and right then and there. I don't like leaving fish sit and then clean them later. So I guess the reason I say that is I don't necessarily have that need to have a little heavier gear and make sure I got to get it in. And I lose a lot of fish trying to boat flip them in the boat, Captain Tony's rolling over in his grave. Every time I do it, I kind of laugh to myself. I lose more fish boat flipping them than I do anything else. Because I don't necessarily care. I want the fish so I can show it to you guys and talk about it, but I don't want it for myself because I'm putting it back. That being said, I like fishing light tackle, and this 7.6 rod. Like if somebody said to me right now after fishing this, and there's quite a few of the JT line that I would say this about, but this is another one. If they said I know they're expensive. I want to buy myself one rod to do everything. Boy, unless you were fishing real heavy baits, 3/4 and 1 ounce, jigging style minnows, or I'm sure you could throw a blade on this, no problem whatsoever. I've thrown a couple times. I've thrown a 1/2 ounce jig on here, and it's a little heavy, and you can feel that rod labor just slightly on how it reacts. But if you were looking for one all-round rod for freshwater, from panfish to big smallmouth and walleyes, there you go. There you have it right there. JTX 7'6" mag medium light. It's as good as they get. And it's as fun a rod to fish as anything in their lineup. So, all right, I got a few more minutes. I'm going to catch another one. I'll be back. I like to get it as far away from the boat as I can, just to get outside that kind of electronic spook zone. I only have one transducer going right now, so maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. But I like to get it away from the boat. I want to do one right here so you guys see what it looks like. As soon as I turn the camera off, I'm going to catch another one. I guarantee it. All right, I'll be back. I got about 5 minutes left. I'll be back. All right, last cast. Let's do it together. Last cast for love. Beautiful day. A little chilly. A little chilly this morning coming out. In the high 50s. Yesterday it was in the low 50s. Yesterday I felt like I was freezing my tuchus off. Oh. Piece of weed, maybe? We'll do a real abbreviated last cast. This is the third time I've said it to myself. I don't really feel like leaving, but I gotta go. Quit peer pressuring me. All right, I'm out of here. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Oh, keep your tip up.